All right, so we find ourselves in the third rounds in Titans League Bronze bracket. Reminder, this is essentially a qualifier for Silver, which will be the brand new 10K league in the new year, but also Gold, which is above that. There's still Platinum, but all those players are established. All that will start late January. So Titans League is only going to be getting crazier. Already really pleasantly surprised with the amount of viewership. It's been great. On Twitch, it's been great. We already have like 1,000 people here. We're just starting the first game. That's sick. But also just the videos on the Extras channel. So to all you video watchers out there, thank you. It's cool to see Bronze get this much focus. Whocl, around 2,500 elo. This player is a really aggressive player, a really speedy player from Chile, who's been getting better over the years. I believe he's been practicing, and I believe he's going to have his work cut out for him here against JorDan, because JorDan, as this ostrich, is trolling Whocl. My goodness, dude. This is not what you want. Look at that. Look at him. Look at him. Oh, my God. Oh, he's teasing him. He's like, you'll never get me. That's actually so annoying. He's going to work on another one. But, so JorDan is realistically, in terms of what he's accomplished in his career, JorDan's not really a bronze player, but what happened was JorDan dropped out. JorDan dropped out. He retired. He then couldn't play a season. And we can't just like say, hey, here's your spot back, and then kick somebody else out who deserves to be there. So JorDan now has to work his way back up. And that's what this is. So JorDan is the favorite to at least maybe get into gold. But like with all that said, because JorDan's so solid, Whocl is a really interesting civ choice here. He goes for Cumans. Like, he's going to try and take a risk here. I'm assuming with the second TC in Feudal Age. And this is a civ that sometimes worth the risk. And if you can get a nice eco rolling, which might be fairly easy to do here, then it could be in a good spot. I could already imagine a TC over here is pretty good. It's kind of blocking off some of this gold, the berries, the wood line. Now, there are some small things that he's going to have to manage that I'm not a fan of. I actually think this house prevents him from being able to build a mill on these two shorefish here, which players will usually do. Kind of like what JorDan's doing right now. And then the thing for JorDan is when you see Cumans on the other side, you almost always just know they're going to go for the two TCs. Like, technically you don't have to. There are other bonuses for the Cumans. You do have the cheaper wood buildings, for example. So you can like go fast stables and archer range, but if you're going to play towards military, there's civs that have better bonuses than that. So considering the distances, considering the stakes, I think JorDan will definitely recognize this is probably going to be 19 population, fast feudal, into a second TC for Whocl. But again, the shorefish situation's a little awkward. That ostrich trolled him a little, so he doesn't have them all underneath the TC yet. So food count could be a little bit awkward for him here, actually. Yeah, I kind of have a feeling he's going to be a little light on food after he gets loom. But let's see. Could be wrong on that. He's going to skip loom? Nah, he'll get it. He'll get it. A little bit of idle time, dropping off, and there he goes. So 19 pop, no loom. Still could be military buildings. Villagers are shifting over to the wood line. I don't know if this is the same ostrich, but it's still kind of trolling him right now. And JorDan is not on the way to Feudal Age, which would be the typical play on this map. So he's going for Fast Castle. And I don't hate the decision. I think it's a good adaptation. He's got a pretty good map for it. This gold being at the back, if he does face some pressure, means it's fairly safe. And so, not what JorDan was initially expecting to do once he got in here, but he's just adapting to what his opponent's civ is. But, you know, this does mean that Whocl will not be under any early pressure. The goal for JorDan is going to be to pressure in Castle Age, and probably to pressure Castle Age in with Lancers. And if he gets the additional attack, melee upgrade effects are doubled, so Lancers can be devastating here. Though Cuman walls do have more HP. So we'll see. I actually haven't gone Fast Castle that frequently with the Khitans. I'm wondering if JorDan has. Because it's pastures instead of farms, there is a bit of tweaking needed. It should be pretty doable for him, though. And I don't know if people are joking. People must be joking, right? People think they're funny every single time. This is the Chilean flag, not the Texas flag, guys. It's so funny because people take the bait every time. I bet you I could look up the chat history. It's the same 5 people making the joke. I just made the mistake of acknowledging it. And so now I'm just going to make it worse. But yeah, I guess, you know, if there are some Texans out there, maybe there's some confusion on that. But this is the Chilean flag. Okay, so second TC's coming up, pretty much where we expected it. I honestly, I would have almost wanted my TC here because you're on another wood line and you have this wood line and the gold's still pretty safe. But it's not that big a deal. Now it's all about keeping these town centers running. JorDan's being really smart here. He knows his opponent's in feudal. And so he's just not going to move out with his scout because his scout could get sniped. So he's being patient here. Whocl's looking around to see what JorDan's up to. But Whocl should know now that JorDan is definitely going fast castle. But it's tough to manage. It's like in order to keep these 2 TCs running, you need constant wood spend on farms. But then eventually I would say you want to get... you want barracks and archery ranges or stables, something to take the map control. At the very least, I don't think you want JorDan coming to the middle with a villager and building a siege workshop. So all this is easier said than done. JorDan left his base because he knows that scout from Whocl is moving out. And Whocl is going to get loom. So hasn't had that the whole time. Idle TC's starting to rise a little bit. That's actually, I think, the reasoning for getting loom here. JorDan might see there's no loom, but now loom is in. So JorDan clicked and saw no loom, and now he's realizing loom is in. That was actually crazy good timing. And now Whocl is here with the scout to chase this down. I think Whocl could benefit from a couple more villagers on the berries. He agrees. Builds a gate. And JorDan could lose the scout here. And actually, JorDan having the scouting is pretty critical because this would be the time where Whocl could consider a barracks. I really like accepting the idle TC time right now. Another quick wall from Whocl. Look at that. That would be a scout kill right there. Well played. Yeah, especially now, I'd say go for a barracks. And maybe try and get some spearmen out or something to stop JorDan from taking the middle. JorDan's not really an all-in type of guy. JorDan's more of like a sit-back, focus on the economy type of player. So this does potentially change how he would normally have to play it. 8 villager lead already for Whocl. And there's the Vill right there. That's the villager walking forward. This is what we were talking about. I think Whocl saw that. But he is just hard committed to the boom. He's hard committed to the walls. Still no barracks. I think he does have enough on food now where he doesn't need any more farms. And he's looking around. I think he definitely saw that. But with the spearman there, there's not too much he can do about it. And JorDan knows he's been spotted as well, yeah. And now we have the barracks. Now, if you're going to get siege pushed, I'm not sure I love the position of the barracks. It's a tiny detail, but I wonder if the barracks further back would make sense. JorDan is going to build this right on his doorstep. He's like, if you know, I might as well just show you again. And JorDan's bringing another spear. JorDan definitely wants to have a lancer or two coming out of the stable. And, ooh, villagers are coming out. Okay, so villagers come out. And a couple spears are on the way. This does slow down JorDan building the siege workshop. But Whocl probably can't stay out here for very long because the lancers are going to be on the way. That's an interesting little move, though. I think delaying the siege workshop is nice. At least making sure that siege workshop goes further back. That villager's probably going to die. The quick wall's there from JorDan. More spears from Whocl. Whocl wants to quick wall himself and save the villager, but the lancer's going to be here any second now. And Whocl has maybe needed to back away. And I think he just forgot that the lancers were going to be on the way, and now he has his warning. Eco is crazy strong right now for him, but it takes time for those villagers to pay off, right? It takes time for the resources collected to kick in, and it's just starting to when the lancers are here. And also the siege is going to be out. And Whocl is still in feudal age. So the second a rocket cart is here, he's going to have some big problems. And JorDan's Lancers have that range too, so they'll snipe any spearmen. And Whocl dropping more walls now. He's dropping a stable. I think he really would like to make his own Lancers. I really would like to make it to Castle Age. Needs to hold. Any amount of delaying here is worth it. I think idling the TCs. Stop. You have to stop producing villagers now. Idle your TCs to get the resources to click up. And do not click up with this TC. Because this is the TC that'll be under pressure. He switched it. You see that? He switched the TCs. Because he knows this one could go down. JorDan is playing very well here. But again, it's like a very clear game plan on what you have to do against the humans. JorDan just tends to make everything look so easy. He's just such a solid player. And he sees the house. He says, okay, we'll take that. And Whocl is going to need 2 minutes. With no military, really. That house goes down. JorDan is doing so much damage already. And Whocl is going to have some real big issues. 4 villagers down. TC's under fire. Whocl is housed now. And JorDan's building a monastery on the front. So easy when you have so many vills. For things to fall apart. That villager could have been sniped. I like to see JorDan get forging. I feel like it's worth it. You don't have to, but if it counts as double, I would be getting it. But he's just staying the course here. And staying focused on using the rocket carts against the TC. 36 villagers for JorDan. 53 right now for Whocl, but a lot of this eco is garrisoned inside town centers. And so it's not really working efficiently. It doesn't feel like he has the eco lead, right? And JorDan has the monks here to heal up those lancers. And JorDan is just waiting for Castle Age from Whocl. Once that upgrade's in, now he needs to pay attention. And now we got lancers from Whocl. He has 4 stables. I actually think this is the right call. I don't know if it's on purpose, but he's not really focusing on villager production as much. You need full army now, right? So it's the right idea. JorDan knows that there will be army. He saw 2 of the stables, and he knows how this works. Whocl is really hoping to find a monk or something with that scout. It's not doing too much. I should note that behind this, JorDan is adding his second town center. He does have a lot of pastures, which I feel are insanely strong. And Whocl is trying to loop around the side now. He's going to try and have 2 different attacks. Counterattack would be interesting if he gets into JorDan's base. But JorDan saw those lancers now. And again, guys, JorDan is so solid. He just drops the houses. So there's no potential there. He's actually even housing in Whocl here as well. And he's still just keeping this army controlled next to the siege workshop. And now Whocl is hoping there's a distraction. There is a distraction. He goes in with the lancers. But JorDan's lancers are way stronger here. And JorDan's lancers should be able to kill everything. Yeah, he kills off most of the lancers there. He does lose 1 rocket card. He also lost some monks. Oh, there is also a hole here. So Whocl gets some counter damage. Still a 14 villager lead. I don't know exactly where the hole was, but it was there somewhere. It'd be nice if Whocl had his own rocket cart right there, just to, or mangonel, to hit that as this was happening. He doesn't really have anything with range. Even a couple monks could maybe be decent, but it's just, he's hoping to go full Lancer here. And JorDan just always so consistent on the front. And JorDan's hoping to get the kills here with the Lancers. It is awkward for him. He actually doesn't have another Lancer on the way. This is... Nah, he's going to get the kill anyways. Yeah, he'll get the kill. 42 villagers versus 54 now. And also, Whocl is running out of this gold. Does he know about the gold in the south? He doesn't know the gold is there. He only knows the gold is here. And he's not getting that one. This isn't always the case. I mean, oftentimes you will find golden stone in the corner, but it doesn't feel natural. So, you could tell what Whocl tried to do. Like, the counterattack idea was really good, but he needed counterattack into, like, a big siege shot here or something. He does have more HP on his Lancers, because he gets Bloodlines. But JorDan has the extra attack, and JorDan has the monks to heal. And JorDan can get conversions. And there's no distraction now. So JorDan is always going to be locked in. Consistently waiting. Okay, stone has been found. So Whocl's now going to mine the stone and sell the stone for gold. But this is getting worse. He needs a fight. Someone in chat says, how does he not realize his missing golden stone? This is not his. This is a neutral resource. It ends up spawning close, but it's one of these, right? One of these additional stones and golds. Your stones and golds on this map would be the gold he already took, and the 4 tiles here, and then the stone that's all along the front. That is not his gold, nor his stone. So very easy to not have that understanding. Obviously, an outpost would do wonders, but again, there's so much scouting towards the edge of the map, you're not really expecting anything to be there. JorDan saw this. JorDan saw that army move around with the Lancers and with the outpost, and he's going to chase it down, and actually, he's out of position now. So he thought that it was a counterattack again, and here come the Lancers from Whocl. Can he stabilize this a little bit? That was a really good fight from him. I mean, when he needed it. This is only getting worse for him. That was really good. He just completely baited JorDan out of the middle. Or away from the fight. It's just he needs golds, guys. Like, if he knew this gold was here, I think it's a really even game. But the no gold thing is horrible. He's going to consistently just sell. Oh, God. Well, he wants his golds. And he's going to try a TC. Honestly, I think you just got to fight it. But you can't fight it, because if you fight it, he's just so stuck here right now. He is going to build outposts on this side. Maybe find that gold. But JorDan still maintains some control here. JorDan converts a Lancer. JorDan sees the TC. He can destroy the TC foundation. That's what he's doing. That TC needs to be deleted. TC foundation's on the way down. JorDan needs to attack the army now, maybe. He continues to attack the foundation instead of all the army. Now he's attacking the army. TC is still on the way up. TC will complete. But it is already halfway down as well. But I mean, at least it fires some arrows here, so... Damn. JorDan, this is a critical TC in the middle. So he's 3 town centers now against 2. And he's got the much bigger Lancer army. His eco has been untouched. And pastures are everywhere. So I think JorDan doesn't need to eat the TCs anymore. This kind of feels like a standard game almost, where they're both just booming and making army. JorDan did just get Iron Casting, so now he's got +4 attack on these Lancers. No other Civ can get that in Castle Age. And, well, I guess technically it is 3 TCs for Whocl. It is 3-3. Doesn't feel like it, though. And yeah, now he just gets pushed off the gold again. He's so desperate. I mean, he does see this gold. So he's going to castle here. He will find gold at least. Now he doesn't actually have the wood to build a mining camp. JorDan will see the castle. There's not really a lot he can do to deny it. But I don't know if that castle actually ranges the siege. I take it back. JorDan can deny this. He runs in. He says, get lanced. Get lanced. Lancers go down. Villagers could easily go down against these Lancers as well. Yeah, it's a slaughter, man. There are a couple of villagers on the other side. They might not even be able to complete it. Is it a doubt castle? It, so far, seems to be a doubt castle at 98%. He'll complete it. But now it's a 20 villager lead for JorDan. That's a tough one for Whocl. I mean, JorDan just played perfect against this. High risk, high reward strat. JorDan has just played perfect against this. He's just been in such crazy control here. Look at JorDan's food count, by the way. He's got 1,000 food. And he has been making Lancers, which are heavy food cost, and villagers out of 3 TCs. But he has hit the point where he is fully... What do you say when someone has a lot of pastures? Do you say they're pasteurized? He's pasteurized. Bowsaw's on the way. Handcart's on the way. He doesn't have vision over here. I think with the raid here, this absolutely ends the game. I mean, Whocl's going to try and rely on kip checks now, I think, because he can't beat the Khitons with the Lancers. And he has the castle, so he's going to try something different, which I think is fair, but kip checks in low numbers are not going to do all that well. And JorDan even starting to get the relics. Here's the little kip check counterattack. Monk goes down. All right. And now the Lancers are here. And JorDan just needs outposts, I think. But I think JorDan's really... He's waiting for a big play from Red. He can see everything, so... He's just keeping a close eye on this and kind of figures he can't lose if he has the hill control. Lancers are chasing down the kip checks. JorDan 30 villager lead. And JorDan archer range now, too. Wonder if he's thinking about skirms, maybe. The Civ also masses skirms faster. A monk gets a conversion, then goes down. JorDan could also be thinking about the Imperial Age at a certain stage, but he's adding light cav now. There's the archer range. Love where JorDan has positioned all of his buildings. Makes it really difficult for the opponent to ever sneak up here and build something. Even if he takes the map control, it's going to be tough, and... Yeah, man, those Lancers, you cannot engage against them. Yep, the Civ has pastures, which is one of the best food incomes in the game. Their melee attack upgrades are doubled. Their spears, skirms, and scout line trains 25% faster. So if you need the skirms, you're going to have the skirms in no time. He's actually going to try cav archers, which I don't hate. They also get heavy cav archer in Castle Age. So it's pretty crazy how many options they have. They do miss bloodlines, so their units aren't quite as strong, but every other aspect of this Civ is pretty insane. And it's just so tough for Whocl now. I mean, he's behind in Vills. He's trying so hard to take good fights and full focus on micro. But now JorDan is just going to run through and start to raid in the back. And so far, he's just passing. But he sees it now, and he'll attack, and... Whocl isn't exactly winning anything on the front. And now Whocl needs to be in a couple different areas. When these Lancers find villagers, the villagers are just going to melt. JorDan still doesn't know about this gold, but I just don't know if it matters. 40 villagers up. I mean, that gold's almost gone for Red. JorDan finds this gold before Red does. Red still doesn't have any clue the gold is there. Trying to quick wall, trying to escape. But the damage is done. JorDan getting even more eco up. He will drop a TC over here on the stone. And he is going to click up to the Imperial Age here soon. And I can't question it at all. I've been very straightforward on my feelings of certain approaches in this tournament. I really like the Cumin's pick from Whocl because you're up against JorDan, right? You need something crazy. But from this stage, it just looks impossible. And he's trying a castle close to the middle. JorDan was just waiting for any move up on this hill. And JorDan pounces right away. And he has the light cav. He has the Lancers. He has the siege. That castle will never go up. And even if it were to go up, JorDan is on the way to Imp soon. And JorDan is building his own castle on the hill. You have to take risks if you're Red. The other thing I was thinking he would do is come from this side with these vills and build a castle on the hill. But, like, JorDan will find that. JorDan actually knows the gold was there, so... JorDan's just a couple seconds away from finding that. And now he's missing cav archers, and Whocl will see a TC on the hill. He'll see a castle on the hill. The siege is still there. That castle for JorDan will definitely be protected long enough to go up. So, good luck, dude. Yep, villager spotted on the right side. I think Whocl will call it here. Just so clean from JorDan. He's playing so good. Again, like, I consider him to be one of the most expected players to potentially make it through the bracket into gold. And JorDan takes the first game. But, guys, I think, like, part of the key to this, to punishing what Whocl did, is getting the Vill forward. And I talked about this. I really think, like, people have to shift their thinking with humans here and say, you're already going to have a Vill lead. That is guaranteed, okay? So once you get to, like, this state, maybe even a bit earlier, stop adding farms and even accept idling your TC to make army. I would have loved to see right after JorDan loses that scout, then you stop farms and you go for a barracks. If he gets the army out, like imagine if you have like a couple spears, couple scouts, you're like fighting actively for the middle. Sure, the Lancers come out, and sure, Lancers kill feudal age units, but it does prevent the Siege Workshop from being forward. So just a little bit more army could have maybe done something. I still think there's downsides to what I'm suggesting, but just felt like JorDan did such a good job at getting here and maintained his control because the Monastery and the Siege Workshop was up and positioned on the front. So JorDan takes the first game. That's not going to feel great for Whocl. And let's see, how much food did he have? Just a casual 16,000 food behind it. That's all. It's not that insane. Nice play from JorDan. So I expected this. I expected JorDan to go for Incas here. This is his first pick. And JorDan is going to go for, like, insta-drush. Sorry, I don't know why I couldn't say that for some reason. Eagles are actually actively fighting in the middle. One player could lose their eagle. 6 HP for both. The underdog always wants this. Whocl's like 50-50 shot? Absolutely. I'll take that. And JorDan's like, no way. He's really hoping he doesn't get blocked. Really hoping he doesn't get hit here. Now, Whocl has to be careful. JorDan knew he was going to get hit, so he hits as well. Now, 2 HP for both. And I think Whocl is just going to run home now. JorDan did have a militia already. But yeah, so JorDan actually built the barracks way earlier than I normally would. I find it's actually really difficult to produce militia and villagers nonstop right now. But he did produce one, and Whocl is going to come forward with a vill. This villager will shoot the deer, but he will see the militia. So that's kind of an interesting little detail. He knows what the build is now. I don't know if he'll want to lose his villager, though. And JorDan's eagle is coming in off screen, I think. And Whocl gets the quick walls and says, I'm the Viper. All right, not bad. But, okay, villager's alive there. I mean, nice quick wall. But, so this build, right? This build dominated some tournaments, especially 9 villager starts. It's much easier to execute with the 9 villager start. And I think it's really strong because you can't wall off your wood line due to the rock terrain. And that's one of the greatest counters to militia. But I think in order for this to be strong, you oftentimes need to make more than 2 militia. It sounds crazy, but I think 5 and 6 makes sense. And then managing your eco is really tough. Like, JorDan's got his eagle elsewhere, so he had to use a militia and now a villager to get the pigs. He's now moving forward. I think the fact that his one militia is weak and his eagle is weak is actually good for Whocl. Whocl does have a permanent idol, though. This guy is probably just going to be here forever. But he is alive. Quality of life isn't great for this guy, but he's still there. You know, maybe that'll change. Maybe a monk will show up someday. JorDan doesn't know what direction to scout here. Now, you see that house, and you should always go this direction. And no one walks out there to build the house. They most likely are going to have the wood line there, so it sees it. And this was his target, but he still only has like 2.5 militia, right? Villager's still alive over here. So I think Whocl should try and go fast archers. But there's a risk with all the militia lurking around. I do think JorDan sacrificed his eco more than he would have ever wanted here. He doesn't have the deer he would have wanted because of the lame. I think JorDan could be stuck in Dark Age here. So this is going to get fun. JorDan's got 1 more pig left, 2 more pigs left, sorry. He's not on berries yet. He's going to stop militia because he's worried he won't be able to make it up. Whocl's kind of fine here. As long as he has enough resources to click up to feudal age, he can get into archers very quickly. These militia are not a threat. JorDan is just patrolling there. JorDan's still keeping track of this vill. I think Whocl's going to try and escape. Actually, could try and trap the militia in if he really had the guts. Yeah, look, JorDan sees the eagle, and he's like, goodbye. He should run now. Well, never mind. He's still going to stand in there. In his own little self-made prison. JorDan needs feudal. Whocl hasn't actually clicked up yet. Wait, what? What? He's making his own militia? Wow, okay. Well, now he might be permanently Dark Age because he doesn't have a lot on food. He's going to go out and take the hunt now, I guess. Well, whoever this guy is, he must be like the king's son or something. Because I feel like the leader of the people here have made a very poor decision for the future of their town just to save this guy. So, next person that subscribes, we'll name you after this or this guy after you, but militia come in and JorDan's like, well, this is the latest drush ever. And now will JorDan have problems on his woodline? Again, it's only 3 militia. Okay, Jules gifted subs. Does that count? All right, Jules, there you go, Jules. That counts. There we go, Jules. Thank you. Oh, wait. Oh. Apparently Jules. Jules, I actually think you're going to live a really nice life over here. Most people normally die when I name them, but you think you should be good. So Whocl harassing with the drush. Again, JorDan can't wall because of the rock terrain. And JorDan doesn't have much army, so it's just villager fighting. It's really frustrating and annoying. But now he's in feudal age at a good time and can go into archers. And Whocl has not clicked up yet. Probably needs to click up here soon. He's actually making an additional militia. See, I think he needs feudal age right now. I don't even mind additional militia after you click up. But you need to click up to feudal age. And there goes Jules. Thank you, Jules. That villager's going to go do something now. JorDan's archer range will complete. He'll make a skirmisher. Could even make an archer here as well. But I think he's expecting his opponent to just play skirms. So he wants to start massing them. Plus, skirms are cheaper. And Whocl will click up to feudal. Okay. Interesting game. You don't see Mayans versus Incas on this map that frequently. But JorDan has managed it well. Whocl has managed it well, all things considered. If the race is to ranged units in feudal age, though, JorDan's got a pretty big head start. And Whocl even has an additional militia now moving forward. So still quite a few militia on the map. Jules is on this tree right now. So we'll keep you updated. I think I would want to retire onto a farm after that life. Seems like a good spot. So maybe he'll end up getting the resources for a farm. I mean, JorDan's eco is really well balanced here. If JorDan can get a blacksmith up and get fletching, he'll actually have fletching on his archers before his opponent even has skirms. Just feels like such a late uptime here for Whocl. And you can't wall, right? So, I mean, you can kind of wall a little bit to help yourself, but you still always get stopped at the rock terrain. I think he thought JorDan was going to make more militia, which was the initial builds from JorDan. And so he thought that he was just going to match JorDan's build there. I don't know, but I mean, he's got to do something crazy today. It could possibly affect your decisions when you're up against a player who's so big of a favorite. Quick archer range for Whocl and a quick blacksmith. Fletching is very achievable. JorDan 5 seconds off of the fletching upgrade. No vills in the middle anymore. Couple walls here from Whocl, but the units can still run to the north of that house. Skirms and eagles for Whocl. I really like that. If it was just skirms, I think you could have issues against eagles, so just matching with your own eagles is very nice. Needs to get the fletching upgrade. Resources collected, Whocl is ahead. And Jules is on a farm. So that's good. Whocl's getting fletching now. Gets the pick off on the skirm there. Still no tower is kind of ballsy. This is a lot of pressure. JorDan's got a lot of control right now. Fletching is in for the skirmishers, so now Whocl could chase this down. Also, the eagles are here. I don't think JorDan expected that. So this could be a good engagement for Whocl. A skirm should kill off JorDan's archers here. Yep, those archers are going to die. And then this archer and this skirmisher could die. And army count is even. Whocl has the villager lead. Not bad. think JorDan was not expecting Whocl to be able to stabilize. And I was not expecting 11 farms, a lot on gold. Really nice eco balance here from Whocl. I think if he just stays the course, continues with the Skirm and Eagle production, he can have a really good spot in this game. Needs to win this, though, right? Like, winning 3 straight against JorDan is... that there's not many people that can do that, so... certainly not in the bronze bracket. I think someone in my chat said it kind of perfectly. It's like, would it have been fair to kick somebody out of platinum and just, like, give that spot to JorDan? Absolutely not. We would never do that. Does it feel fair for anyone who now has to face JorDan because he has to work his way back up the ranks? Also, maybe not. Whocl is up, though. On the way up. Does have some eco management to work on here, but this is a big castle age difference, guys. A really big castle age difference. JorDan isn't really that close to clicking. JorDan might sell a stone and click in like a minute or two, but even just the Eagles, like Eagles in early castle age can end this game with pressure on that wood line. 7 base attacks, no joke. I mean, JorDan needs to kill off these Eagles as quickly as possible, but he's losing his archers now. I guess they both have Eagles. But just considering that Whocl will be up faster, I like the fact that he's killed off some of the archers and his Eagles. Pretty much Eagles that all remain here. Don't love the micro there. Love the micro from JorDan. JorDan saves this Eagle. He also has another Eagle inside of his TC healing up. It's like a super slow thing. But the fact that you can heal up and he is doing so could definitely make a difference. It is triple barracks right now for Whocl. He's got a lot on gold. And Eagle count is going to be similar. But in 5 seconds, Whocl will have the extra attack. And he'll win every Eagle battle. I'd be super dead here. I don't know what JorDan can do. If JorDan can get himself out of this, I'll be very impressed. These Eagles are just significantly stronger now. And the wood line's right here. Like, this is horrible for JorDan. You could tell he's thinking about it. He's like, what do I do? Can't quick wall. Not an option on this map. So he abandons his wood line. You know, I think you pull everything back. And you try and set everything to gold. And then just, like, try and spam just as many Eagles. But even not getting that barracks completed hurts. He only has 2 barracks right now. And Whocl, a player that some of my chat's never heard of before. It's understandable. I mean, he's a younger player who doesn't have as big a name for himself. Certainly compared to JorDan. I mean, he can do this, man. He can do this. But can he do this? Can he turn this around? Might need a little bit of patience. Look at JorDan. Did send everything to gold. He's got nothing on wood. So farms won't reseed. He's probably going to be buying food at the market. JorDan's still 20 seconds away from having the superior Eagles. And Whocl is being real patient here. And JorDan's fighting back with Vills, which isn't easy. Eagle Warrior upgrades in. JorDan could be losing Vills. He could be losing his Eagles. He does get Castle H. So he does get more attack on his army. But he doesn't have the Eagle Warrior upgrade in yet. And he's losing more villagers over here. He's lost 6 Vills now. Also, his Civ can make Slingers against Eagles. I hope JorDan remembers that. Slingers are an anti-Eagle option. And, ooh, Whocl loses it. Loses the fight. Look how many weak Vills are in here right now. And actually, the infantry armor upgrades apply to Incan villagers. So, 10 Eagles for JorDan. Whocl has 4. What on earth has happened there? And does he not have the food? I guess they both have a lot on gold. They both are going to be buying food. Inca Eagles are cheaper. But the numbers situation is a bit of a problem right now for Whocl. I certainly can't win that fight once JorDan gets his upgrades in 15 seconds. I think Whocl just needs a couple more farms. Yeah, they're both buying food a lot. And, okay, now another TC for Whocl. Now, this is an interesting TC because it is on an extra gold. It is also on food. But that doesn't give him protection here. Now, he would have had to delete a house or two, but, like, you need protection here if you're Whocl. And also, second TC for villager production means that is more food that you're investing into that instead of the Eagles. JorDan is going for the extra attack. JorDan is going full Eagles to try and balance this out. And I could definitely see JorDan with these numbers finding some really good fights soon. Whocl needs to back up. Let's check. JorDan's 3 barracks here. Let's look at the stats here. Last minute, 100% of the time producing. What about for Red's barracks? Last minute, 40%. We're looking at each individual barracks differently. He hasn't been able to really get the fights he wants, and JorDan kind of stacks up there, and JorDan melts through there. With the most recent patch, units could stack on top of each other really nicely. And JorDan's units were all colliding and getting the hits there. And now JorDan is into the wood line. And now quick walls have to happen for Whocl. And Whocl, he had him, man. He had him. He just needed to keep up the army production. And you've got the Eagles here. And there's more Eagles behind. And there's no TC. Ugh. Painful, man. Also, these villagers are all idle in this TC. He's got the Vil count now, but he needs the army. He needs the army. Not an easy spot. And you need the army now. That's the only other thing you can try. Just get your numbers out. Quick walls to save the woodline fail. JorDan's in. JorDan's running around on this side. Idle time sky high. JorDan can shift back to wood now, so he has some wood income. He's got 11 Eagles. Remember, the Eagles are significantly cheaper for the Incas here. He's got 12 Eagles in queue, 23 Eagles on the map. And poor Whocl sitting here with, well, he's got 6 Eagles. 6 Eagles. Painful situation. Ozone, I see what you're talking about. It's worth discussing, but I'm not going to discuss it right now. I'll actually do so right when the game ends. I think it's going to be any moment now. Whocl, it just couldn't continue with the army production here, man. He had it. If he could have somehow kept the army production, I think he was low on farms. I'm not exactly sure where things went wrong for him. But the numbers difference is crazy right now. Eagles are running around on the back. JorDan is tracking that perfectly. JorDan still has Eagles over here. And Whocl is probably looking at this like, how on earth did I lose this game, man? I had him. He did such a good job in early Castle Age. And the answer, by the way, is he tossed in Eagles here and lost them unnecessarily. JorDan was really patient. You have to be happy with 2 villager kills against JorDan and just seeing his ecos are wreck and then backing up there and keeping every eagle alive. There might have also been some weird eagle shenanigans. Eco shenanigans that we missed. Like, maybe his eco balance was off. Viewers are going to look... Viewers are going to look at the idle TC right now, and they're going to say that his idle TC was too high. But, like, idle TC is natural when you're trying to full queue a bunch of army. So, I think it really was just keeping the numbers alive here. We'll go back real quick. So, like, I've seen this so many times before. So you've got your opponent in a really good position. You think you can just get the win, and you take the fight. Let's compare the Eagle numbers right now, okay? This is when he has 1 villager kill. He has 1 villager kill. He has 11 Eagles versus 8. JorDan is 3 barracks. Whocl has 3. Now, again, I'm not seeing a lot of food eco here. This is actually a significant difference. We've got 7 on food for Whocl. We've got 14 for JorDan. So there's definitely an issue there. But yeah, after the fight takes place, he does end up killing a couple villagers, obviously. But then JorDan's at 9. And then Whocl's at 3. And so I think it was a combination of all those factors. Not having enough on food. And then while he did get the villager snipes, maybe it wasn't worth it. You need to keep the numbers there. So now we have... It's a tough conversation to talk about. So, in the rules for official Age of Empires 2 tournaments, there's a rule that bans patrol stacking on a 1-tile gap. It's an OP scenario trick, and I'm not going to get into it too much, but basically that particular thing is banned, where you're patrolling on 1 tile because you can have all your melee units stacked to engage. That particular thing is banned. Now, in the most recent patch, guys, they improved pathing. It's way easier for units to stack on top of each other, which from an enforcement standpoint makes things way harder for admins and casters, because this is actually, I'm going to go to this fight here. So because of the upgraded pathing, right, units can stack, and this type of movement is not banned by the unofficial handbook or the official handbook, as long as they are not, sorry, I got to wait for it, as long as they're not on the same tile. Now, I think that's really bad. I think that needs to be discussed more, and I think that also the people who are working on the pathing is, I don't know, I think it's messy, but Ozone brought up this fight, right? You watch the stand ground, look at that. That's new pathing, but that's like all of JorDan's units are stacking, and all of JorDan's units are getting an engagement, and a lot of Red's units are bumping. So it was already going to be a fight he loses, right? But like that slide in, that engagement from JorDan was crazy. And you see Red's units walk around and they bump into each other and they reposition. That's like normal versus the stand ground method. And so I've been having some conversations. I really think it's, you gotta, like, I don't know, it's a wider discussion, but that's frustrating. That's frustrating to see if you're Whocl. But he would have died anyways. That obviously helped the snowball, but yeah. So I figured I'd touch on it a little bit, but with the way the units can stack right now, it's so easy to do it even accidentally, and like really hard to ever enforce that, right? All right, so let's see what really sad thing happened to poor Whocl. Because I thought this game, I was looking for the game to start and I didn't see anything. This is Evacuation, a really hard map to play. He's down 2 games. I spoiled a little bit on this. Waiting to see. So far, everything's looking pretty good. He's got a scout here. He's getting his dock up. Okay, looks fine. Did he screw up his build? Oh. He lost a villager to the rhino. Yeah, I kind of figured. So he was trying to bring in another boar with this scout. He forgot for a second, and he lost a villager to the rhino. He's down 2 games against JorDan. JorDan is really, really good. And he said, you know what? That's already bad. And he doesn't believe he can win 3 in a row. So, relatable. I can completely understand the disappointment and frustration. I'm sure when he saw the bracket, he also didn't have a lot of hope here. So that's why we don't get a full 3rd game. Rip for Whocl. Now, here's the positives for Whocl. He had a good run in this bracket. He's going to be a silver player in the 10K league. That's already set. So, you know, this particular series, the way it ends, not necessarily exciting for him, but he's going to be in the 10K league. And he'll be in a good spot once that rolls around. So, JorDan moves into the final of that area in bronze. Let me just show you real quick. And so JorDan has yet to lose a game. Soxy was a solid test. Soxy could have won a game or 2. Whocl, he was higher ranked than Soxy. Clearly that wasn't enough. Yeah, JorDan awaits the winner of Ozone and Kumbito, who, if I'm not wrong, is like the 2nd and the 3rd seed in the group. So this will be a tougher test for him. I could see, I mean, JorDan's solid, but I can see Ozone or Kumbito taking some games from JorDan. Winning the best of 5 will be tough, but I do consider it doable with their skill. JorDan's the favorite to win and qualify to get back to gold. All these other sets here, guys, well, not all of them. This one, spoilers. You didn't see that. Because some of you guys didn't watch my stream yesterday. I streamed pretty late. The VOD is awesome. The series we saw yesterday was awesome between Nahuel and Uzi. So, you didn't see anything. You can go watch that if you want. That was a great set. Stark Dennis happened like last week or something, so that's not really a spoiler. Sora Kumamore will happen. Fire Baba Rum, Target Gabby, Turs Niaz, Say My Name in Blue, Deeker Bad Koala, Wide Goku, Cosmonaut Monos, Miguel Beery. There's a lot to come. All right. So all the players that I just read are already in Silver League. They're trying to get to the final Gold League. It starts in the new year.